Wow, there are so many trucks here. I don't think I've ever been this close to a fire truck before. Believe it or not, this fire station is part of an airport.
Not yet. He's a little heavy, so there he goes.
Down the side of the aircraft to the wing.
Hi there, I'm Chrisena, and we are at the Buffalo Niagara International Airport. Today, we are going behind the scenes to meet some of the folks who keep this airport running. Let's go!
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Let's go!
The Buffalo Niagara International Airport plays an essential role in the region and has up to 100 nonstop flights per day, serving 31 airport destinations and international travelers. We're visiting the airfield and fire station to learn how it all comes together. Hi there!
Hi, I'm Scott Stiven, Assistant Chief of the Buffalo Airport Fire Department. Welcome to our firehouse. So in total, there are 41 firefighters. We are a family. We call it a firehouse for a reason because we're living together. We do cook some meals together. We spend a lot of our holidays away from our families together. So you are really living with another whole family. So our tours are two 10-hour day shifts, two 14-hour night shifts. Then if you're lucky, you're off for 4 days to recuperate a little bit. So when a firefighter comes into the station in the morning, one of the things they have to do is prep for the day. And I'll put my coat and helmet wherever is most convenient for me. This is the fleet of trucks we have. We have our crash vehicles that are predominantly aircraft rescue and firefighting.
Now, what is going on over here? Look at all these buttons.
So this is where the operator of the truck is going to get water put into the truck, either from a fire hydrant along the street, or maybe another one of the big fire trucks may come up and give its tank water to it.
What do the different colors of hose mean?
So we like to identify the hose by a color, so if you're inside working the fire and I need them to shut down the hose or add more pressure and water to it, I can just tell them a color. So shut down the orange hose, shut down the purple hose. The blue hose, if you notice, is actually a little bit bigger. That'll flow a lot more water than this hose right here.
So is it really hard to hold it steady when the water's going through the hose?
Yeah, it takes a little bit of work to hold it in place. We pump these hoses about 170 pounds pressure, and you get at least half of that trying to force the nozzle back at you. So you've got to stand your ground and hold it. So these are our cutter and spreader unit. So what we use them for is to cut people out of cars, or we've used them in building collapses and different things like that as well. At our airport, our specialized rescue we do would be confined space. That's crawling into manholes, into pipes and stuff under buildings and things like that. Some airport fire departments also do high angle and low angle rescues, water rescues, and ice rescues.
Good morning, Christina. How are you today?
Hi, Joe. Good morning. I'm doing very well. How are you?
Good, thank you. You ready for a tour of the airfield?
I sure am.
All right, hop in, please.
Let's go.
All right.
2 Charlie Alpha cross runway 23, then left and Alpha cross runway 14 to the end. Traffic at E175 mile final for runway 23. About 5 minutes out.
Okay, great, thank you.
Joe, what do you call the language, the codes that you're using over the walkie-talkie?
So it's basically the aviation alphabet. It's Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, and so forth. That's the aviation terminology.
Base for runway 23. Carrick 4738, Buffalo Tower, number 2, runway 23, clear to land, wind 2406. Number 223, clear to land for Carrick 4738.
That helps slow down the aircraft. So basically, if you depart out of here, see these markings? These are threshold markings. That's the runway designation marking, the 1-4. These are the centerline markings. You got the white edge line markings. They're all the same in every country in the world. So that obviously it enhances safety by having the same system in place. My main goal and objective is to ensure a safe, secure, and efficient airfield operation, and to instill in my staff that same mindset. And one of the main things I say to them almost on a daily basis is, how did you do your job today? Did you perform it in such a manner that if your family was on the next aircraft to land here, are you comfortable what you did that aircraft's safe to land? Especially this winter, we had 51 inches of snow, and my staff risked their lives to save others. We had blinding snow. You couldn't see a hand in front of your face. I closed the airport because it was the only thing we had to do. It was about 120 people stranded. And literally nobody lost their lives, thank God, because of their actions.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I was very proud of my staff for what they did. Tower Airport 3, plus when we're going to exit at Papa here, possibly in front of us, you'll see the nose gear go up, depending upon how heavy he is.
Oh, here he comes.
Yes, so he's the nose gear. He's a little heavy, so there he goes.
That was so cool. That was so loud.
Yeah, that's.
How fast does that plane have to go to get off the ground?
So there's a formula. Depends on the weight, how much fuel he has, how many people. Between 150 and 180 miles an hour, probably a little faster than that. Yeah.
That's fast.
Yeah.
Earlier, you were mentioning all of the people that it takes to keep this airport running. What are some of those jobs?
We have jobs from airfield operator. So you're basically an equipment operator. You drive all the snow plows, all kinds of various types of equipment. You drive a farm tractor cutting the big grass areas we have out here. I have electricians who work for me. We have fuel farm technicians who run our fuel farm. We have also mechanics. It's a vital job they have because they work on the fire trucks, they work on our snow equipment to keep everything up and running, to keep us safe.
So this is almost like its own little city.
Oh yeah,
operating here.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, here we go.
So this is our primary aircraft rescue firefighting truck. We call it F4.
This is the biggest tire I've ever seen in my life.
There's some pretty big tires on this truck. Want to see what the cab's like?
Yes.
All right. 1 foot there, and why don't you climb right into the driver's seat.
Don't mind if I do.
So we talked a little bit on the other fire truck how we use, the guys have the hoses in their hands. Well, in here, we actually use the joysticks to run the hoses. They're actually a nozzle on your bumper here, and you have another one up here on the roof.
Ooh.
F10, F4, are we following you?
So right now we're going to our training plane. Its name is Ginger. It was donated to us by FedEx probably 10, 12 years ago. They took the engines off it, emptied some fuel out of it, and allowed us to use it to go up and simulate anytime we want to train. So if we were going to cut a rescue path on this aircraft, and they're exiting through this door over here and say the fire's on the wing, this is the pilot's side of the aircraft, we would want to position off out here somewhere. We would engage our pump and go with the roof turret for now. I'm going to cool the plane, and what we would do is if the slide's coming out that door, we're going to cut a path between the slide and the people coming off and that plane. So let's aim for the door and work back and down along the wing.
Okay, aim for the door.
Just pull the trigger.
Pull the trigger.
It'll take it a second. So you're coming off the bumper. So
Okay.
now
So I want to go
up a little bit. Now go right along down the side of the aircraft to the wing.
to the wing. I did it! I saved everyone. Everyone's safe now. What is life like as a first responder?
You are in an inherently dangerous job. There are inherent risks that we have to take. We try and do things as safely as possible to make sure we go home to our families and everyone else goes home that we're trying to help.
How do you deal with the stress?
So having the fellow firefighters, and we have stress teams we can bring out and talk to in emergencies like that we can, and they're all first responders, they're police officers, they're firefighters, there's nurses, doctors. They all do this, they understand it, so it's easy to talk to them. And I've always loved being a firefighter and a first responder. So this allowed me to bring both of them together. We get to go out and train on aircraft all the time. I get to see military, civilian, all sorts of different aircraft, planes, helicopters coming in here. We do all the same jobs as the firefighter coming from down the street at your normal residence, but we add in the component of dealing with airplanes.
I am in awe of all of the ways that people work together to make an airport run. They serve our community and rely on each other to get the job done. I bet you can think of times when you relied on others to make something work. Well, I'm gonna go journal about where I want to visit next. And I'm gonna think about all of the roads, and the systems, and the vehicles, and the technology, and the people that make transportation possible. See you next time. And a special thank you to all of the first responders out there. Safe travels.